For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. Russell Simmons would recently speak out to tell his fans to stop attacking his peers for visiting him in Bali. Now, of course, Simmons and whoever visited him has received backlash due to the sexual misconduct accusations he's faced in recent years. Now, Simmons would go on to name several initiatives he's behind and would once again declare his innocence, even stating that he's more innocent than several former presidents. Today we have our Comedy Hype analysts, Lav Love and Marvin Hunter, on the show to talk all about it. But before we get started, I must mention the upcoming Green Fest Festival, thrown by the HBCU Green Fund. Green Fest will have music, food, spoken word, comedy, and activities for all ages on Saturday, September the 7th at Truly Living Well Farm in Atlanta. For more information, please visit trulylivingwell.com. But first, let's take a look at this clip.
Black people, did you forget that I got 10,000 black men out of jail? And that I changed the factory farming industry forever? And that I registered more of you to vote than probably anybody you know? And I worked for Black Lives Matter and every movement that's helped our people, the women's rights and even gay rights movements that I did so much work for. To let them demonize me in such a way that my friends cannot visit me without you attacking them, yet you stand next to Donald Trump. Knock it off. I'll be in New York next week. This idea that I'm hiding is stupid. I call a paparazzi of myself every time I'm there. I work out in New York sometimes, but I live here. I live here to heal people. And this is my work. My last chapter is to heal people and to give them spiritual, physical, and mental rejuvenation. But just attacking people who visit me. You have no idea who all have been here, but what you did to few of the people who visit me. What, are you under some kind of technology? Are you lost? I'm your friend, black people. I've been my whole life a supporter of all the initiatives that lift you up. Still to date, I have never spoken to a policeman about anything. I've never spoken to a judge, civil or criminal, about anything. From what I can tell, Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, President Trump, all have more credible claims against them than I do, if you ask Oprah. I've never been charged with. Who took 9 lie detector tests, 7 of which from the chairman, the polygraphist? Did Bill Clinton do that? Did Joe Biden do that? Did President Trump do that? Knock it off. I love you. I just don't want my friends attacked. I wish you all the best. But just leave my friends alone. Don't attack them for visiting me. Attack friends for visiting Trump. He's been convicted. Knock it off. Again, I'll be in New York next week. I'll be at the Mercer Hotel. I'll be working, not hiding. And I'm going to wish you all a beautiful evening.
All right, so I want to dive right into this. Lav, I'm going to start with you. After seeing the video and hearing from Russell, what's your reaction to it?
Why are you sitting like that? That's my first reaction. Why? We couldn't set the camera up from the waist up. Why am I looking there?
You can't chastise black people in the Indian, sitting Indian style. You can't do it.
You sitting Indian style. Like, what is this, a tornado drill? What is, all right, so, but I, just because you've done good stuff, don't mean you ain't did bad stuff. So that's that piece of it. Now, let me say this. Now, I did the research. This is the thing about Russell. Now, he does have a point in the fact that, contrary to popular belief, Russell has not been charged with any crime. He has not been arrested. It's a civil suit against him, not a criminal thing. So there are no criminal charges against Russell whatsoever. So for people that are saying that he is hiding, from a legal standpoint, he really don't have to hide because there are no criminal charges against him. So on that front, I think he okay. I mean, I think he is right, but yeah, just your past don't absolve you from what you might have done. Just slave masters fed the slaves. Slave masters clothed the slaves. So just because you do one good deed does not wipe out the 300 you might have done behind closed doors.
Yeah, Marvin, what are your thoughts? What's your reaction?
People are miserable. People are miserable. They look for stuff. To be criticized of who goes to see him is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people look in the mirror, they don't like what they see. I'm going to throw rocks at somebody else. That's what it is. Now, with that being said, ain't nobody above reproach. Just because you brought us LL Cool J and Def Jam, which I'm a hip hop fan, I love that, you still can get the criticism. I hate how we put celebrities up here and like as if they cannot be criticized. They can be criticized just like anybody else, but I think that, you know, sometimes in our community we like pit bulls. When we get a taste of blood, they just lock on and let it go, because who visits him has nothing to do with you personally.
Yeah.
So you to invest energy to go at people like that, this says a lot about yourself.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of people had a lot to say about the way that he was speaking, like when you heard him say, "I'm your friend, black people," or like more of you.
Sounded like a politician.
Right. And I want to read a comment and come back and get your thoughts, Marv. So one user said, I'm just going to read this one comment. It says, "I hate when y'all bring up the whole black race when you know you've been doing wrong. Giving black people valid critiques and holding them accountable does not make you anti-black." What do you think about it? Because you do hear people bring up the black thing.
I agree. Just because you criticize black people don't mean you hating on them. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to police our own community. And that ain't you doing the work of the white man. Get out of here with that. We should be able to police our own. You know, the thing of it is that we tear down what we shouldn't tear down, and we build up what we shouldn't build up. And that's the issue. But I mean,
like,
you know,
celebrities.
Yeah, like celebrities. Like you can't, you know, just because you bounce a ball good or you're a good actor or a good singer or whatever, you still can get it if you mess up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't special like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Lab, what are your thoughts when you hear people bring black, you know, him saying like, you know, black people, I'm your friend.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Is for some reason we think in our community that we uncheckable.
Yes.
We feel like we uncheckable. Like
Yeah.
I always say, we kind of have that Real Housewife, like, who gonna check us, boo? Who gonna check us? Nobody's supposed to. We white folks can't check us because they check us, they racist. If another minority check us, you own the thing.
They
with
hate.
the white, they hate. If a black person check you, we tear down another black person. Then who's supposed to check you then?
Because you can't say you get to walk around here with immunity for
exactly.
everything.
So,
you know what
so
I'm saying? That's
now,
what a lot want. That's what people want.
Yeah.
Who gonna check you? So we feel like we uncheckable, and so I think that's kind of the Russell thing too. It's like, again, just you still checkable. Just because you Russell Simmons, just because you registered people to vote, and just you still can get checked. We still can say, hey, especially with what he's accused of.
Yeah.
So if you're accused of that, people have a right to say, hey, what's really going on here, Russell?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask, do you think black people don't appreciate what Russell has done? Do you think it's like, hey, you know, black people just don't like Russell, or, you know, what are your thoughts?
I think you can appreciate what he has done, but at the same time hold him accountable.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can do both things at the same time. I appreciate what you have done, and I appreciate the people you got voted, but let's talk about these kids. You know what I'm saying?
And then black folks have short memories.
Yeah.
They're very short memories. You got to stay hot until you reach diamond level iconic status to get immunity. And even though he started Def Jam, brought us LL Cool J, Run DMC, I don't think Russell has achieved that.
Gotcha.
You know, or
like
he
a Bill
had
Cosby.
he had it, or it came down. And you know, black people would throw you to the wolves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Kind of like a Bill Cosby, because when I think of Russell, even though you know the things that he's done, he wasn't like the face of it. He wasn't the forefront of it. So I just feel like people don't really connect a LL to
And it's been so long since he brought us something, you know.
Make us feel something.
To make us feel, we have to feel good.
Yeah.
And
We
he
have
wasn't
to feel good.
And he wasn't the face of it either. You know what I'm saying? We if you was into hip hop, you knew
Yeah, I
who
just
owned
gonna say,
Def
yeah,
Jam.
yeah.
But if you were outside of hip hop, you didn't necessarily know who owned Def Jam. You didn't know who ran Def Jam. And then when Def Jam got sold, but Russell still had a majority stake, you still now he don't even own Def Jam no more. You know what I'm saying? So that never took place. But with people like Bill Cosby, we saw him every day. He was the face of it. He was Heathcliff Huxtable, but it was still called the Cosby Show.
Yeah, reruns and stuff like that.
So he became America's dad for black communities. This is what we all wish, the daddy we wish we had.
Yeah.
We never made that connection with Russell Simmons. Like
Yeah, but we need that hit of dopamine. We need to feel good about the person. The person needs to bring us joy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we'll give them a lot of slack, you know, if they do, you know.
Okay, so let me ask this, and Lab, I'll start with you. So I've heard Charlamagne talk about, you know, nobody believes the truth because the lie is too entertaining. What do you think would happen if these women did come out and say, like, hey, you know, these allegations are not true? Do you think people would go back to loving, loving on Russell, or has the lie been, or not even the lie, has the accusations been too entertaining to even care about what the truth is?
I think it has. The reality is they'll move on to the next thing. We live in a world of angry, miserable people. About
Absolutely.
90% of us are miserable. So they love to revel and wallow in other people's misery because it makes them feel better about themselves. And then even more than that, like theoretically, Russell has achieved the level of greatness because of what he has done for the hip hop community, from a work standpoint. But the reality is 95% of humans will never be great. You can be good, but greatness is exceptional. So when we see greatness, I think we gravitate towards tearing it down because it makes us feel better about ourselves. We make excuses for why they're great. Oh, they part of the Illuminati, or he gay.
It's confusing. It's confusing.
It blows a fuse in our head. How could they achieve this, and I can never get here? Because you're just not meant to be great. Don't mean you can't be good. You're just not meant to be great. But for some people, that just don't sit right in their soul for whatever reason.
And some people's lives are not even that bad. But you want what they got.
Yep.
Your life actually pretty good, but you want that, and you can't have it. And then, like, goes back to what you said. If they came out and said that they were lying, it don't matter with a lot of us. You could put tangible evidence in front of people. The math can be right there, and if they have convinced themselves of something, they're not changing. Yeah, but still, that's my. Oh my God, I hate. Yeah, but still, no, bro. Here's the evidence. You are wrong. This is what says you're wrong. This is tangible. This is verifiable. You can go back it up. Yeah, but still.
Yeah,
they don't care about that.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care about that. We live in an age where there's feelings over facts.
Absolutely.
If what your facts are do not align themselves with how I feel, then it's still not true.
Yeah, it's my truth.
Yeah,
my truth.
Yeah,
but nobody gives a damn about your truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your truth is, it's the truth.
Yeah. And I feel like the times have set us up for that mentality because we're so focused on like self. Everything is about self. And it's like sometimes you have to deny yourself for what's the truth, what's real, and what's really happening. Oh no, absolutely not. My head would be, excuse me, deny me.
Hold me accountable.
Have you seen me?
Moi accountable. No.
How dare you say I'm wrong?
No.
Correct. They can't be wrong. Their grandma can't wrong. All the
Nobody
things.
can be wrong.
So let me ask this to close out. I saw some people in the comments saying, and which you kind of heard him talk about why he went to Bali, but you also can't deny that around the accusations, that's when we saw, Russell leave for Bali. What do you think needs to happen? Do you think this was the solution for him, or do you think he kind of needs to have more of a, not ridiculing people, but just kind of like sit down, like, hey, here's why I left.
That's his business. I wish I can go to Bali. I mean, that's his business.
You gonna stay Indian style?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll stay at his house. What y'all got? What's going on over here? I ain't gonna sit like that. I'm not gonna sit like that. I ain't sit like that since I was in 3rd grade. So that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But and I'm not gonna really like him sitting like that around me too long, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I will go.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? What do you think is happening?
Like that, I was like, this is nuts. Listen, so
what do you think is happening?
I'm just saying. No, I don't. My thing with Russell is, I think we still got to give Russell the space to go to trial. We got to let this play out.
Yeah.
Because let's not act like people are not falsely accused of stuff either.
That happens.
Let's not act like that doesn't happen. So my thing is I reserve judgment. I want to hear everything. I want to let this go to trial.
Yeah.
Let people testify. Let people present evidence so I can hear the full story before I make a decision. Because most people have picked sides and made a decision, and it's all internet rumor. Nothing is truly all the way out there yet, and that's what we still doing. So I still give Russell the space for let me say, hey, let's truly see all of the information.
Because that believe everybody crap is a problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem. That has been perverted and we take it too far because people lie every day.
Every day.
We've all been lied to. We've lied. So people act like people don't lie. People lie all the time. So they automatically believe what somebody say is a bunch of BS. And it's actually dangerous and detrimental to harmonious environments in society.
We've seen what happened. Who was that? Johnny Depp? We saw we saw it, but even with seeing that trial like unfold and him being pushed out of the industry for as long and lost jobs and stuff like that.
She said all of this stuff about it, and then it came out that she was lying.
Did she pinch a turd off in the bed?
Yes.
I'm not gonna believe nobody pinch no turd off in the bed.
The baseball player, chick said that he raped her and beat her up. And this dude got kicked out the league, the Major League Baseball. $100 million contract went away. His lawyers subpoenaed her phone, and she had videos in there and text messages where she was text messaging a friend about how she was getting ready to set him up.
That's wow.
And she even had a video the morning after they slept together where she got the phone like, got him. Yeah, I got him. Show him, show her face. Now, supposedly she had got beat up that morning, but video, no face beat up, no nothing. She had got a friend to beat her up.
Yeah,
man.
And all
it
that
happens all the time.
We got her phone.
Yeah.
We all know somebody.
Been over.
Yeah.
We all know somebody that got falsely accused. We all know somebody. Keep living. You will know people.
Yeah.
So this thing about we just gonna believe everybody. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, we just got to let the facts play out.
Yeah.
You know, if this goes to trial, if this kind of play, you know, then that's when you, like you said, you're able to make a determining factor from there. But at the end of the day, baby, it's not my job to judge anybody anyway. So I'm gonna leave that to God. But as always, I appreciate you both for chiming in on this topic. Lab, I'm starting with you. What do you have coming up? First of all, thank you for this week. You've been killing it, like just rolling with the punches this week.
I mean, I'm just trying to come in here and I'm just trying to show up on the stat sheet. That's it, coach. I'm just trying to show up on the stat sheet.
No, I appreciate it. What you have coming up? How can people follow you?
I'll be in Birmingham this Saturday. I'll be at BQE this Wednesday and Monticello's on Friday this week. And you can follow me on social media, comedian Lab Love. Lab Love is LAVLUV. And like always, Smart Ass University gear. Got everything: hoodies, t-shirts, yarmulkes, toothbrushes, bras, and nicotine patches.
Every time he's adding a new product, every single time. What you got something for Russell too? In the Indian style, maybe something to loosen up his muscles.
Yeah, I got a little table tent that covers up his balls.
Little down. Like they have in church. Little lap cover. Yeah.
Marvin, what do you have coming up? I'm happy that you're joining me. I love when you two are together. A lot of information. Marvin, what do you have coming up?
I will be in Montgomery, Alabama, coming up with man Steve, Steve and Sean coming up here on the 6th. And I'm going to be at BQE. And, I got my special coming out on October 19th, doing a lot of promotion for that. And, got some things, traveling Rick and Smile. I'm just out here showing my ass.
Absolutely.
I'm just doing my thing.
And then y'all have We Talk Like This podcast?
Yeah, We Talk Like This podcast. Absolutely. My man, Ballhead, Sean Larkins, and Steve Brown.
Absolutely. Well, as always, I appreciate you both for chiming in on this topic. But you heard from us. Now we want to hear from you in the comments below. What are your thoughts about Russell Simmons finally responding to critics? And remember, bring the entire family and stop by the Comedy Hype booth to say hello at the HBCU Green Funds Green Fest for music, comedy, spoken word, and food. Until next time, for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.